What up, y'all? Embark on a journey today, and I want to know whether or not my spouse, well, my ex-spouse, is stalking me spiritually, or is my lexapro just not working? Before we get into this, we do need to discuss like what is my spiritual identity. Like, what do you think is out there, dog? Well, what I think is out there: a God, one true God. Our name is Allah. All praise to Allah, mashallah. I personally think that Allah created everything and for a reason and for a purpose. I think that He even created the polytheists He tells us to not worship. I'm Muslim, I believe Allah created everything for purpose, and I think that He created the stars and astrology for our entertainment. Now, that is kind of a slippery slope into like tarot and um what is that where it's like the prediction devices where like you have like a rock on a string and it people trying to decipher the universe. It's for our entertainment. It's for the miscellaneous emotions that we shouldn't really be feeling as human beings. We are sent here to take care of the earth and populate. But God got bored with that shit and he's like, you know what? Let's invent Geminis, mingle and metal, and also with astrology and compatibility and all that. It helps us decipher who should or should not be in our life without God kind of sitting there on our shoulder, like, hey, bro, what more do I have to tell you? They are a Cancer. I literally made them born in the season of a Cancer. So get this tumor out of your life. You know? But that's kind of what I feel. And I think that dreams and what dreams are psychologically, all that, I think that it's kind of God talking to you. It's you're kind of at your most vulnerable, you're in between dimensions, you're emotionally, physically, and just in every sense of the word caught off guard. So it's like if you have a voice, if you have the universe, if you have any relationship with anything out there guiding you, that's the time for it to guide you. I also feel like I'm a bit of an intuitive person. I'm a Virgo. I got Cancer and Pisces placements in my top three. So it's like I'm very intuitive. And without astrology, I am very intuitive because I am very anxious, I overthink, and I have a lot of time to think about all these possibilities and how to work around them. And with constantly being in your head and with being someone who kind of feels like they have a connection, a relationship with a higher power, I am not destined to feel, but it is expected for me to feel kind of like a fortune teller in a sense. Because I feel like I am. I feel like I can read people like a book. And I feel like sometimes when I need to know ahead of time, I will know. I can't predict the future of the Super Bowl 2027. I can't predict shit like that. But I'm always given the blessing of navigating my own life. And sometimes Allah will throw me a little nugget like, hey, bro, you should be aware of that. Hey, bro, here's a gut feeling that you should think about, you know? And I kind of, getting onto my ex, I made the dumb decision to unconditionally love that person. I know that sounds a little corny, but for me, I feel like unconditional love is a bit of a modern day slavery. But that's how I feel. I'm a person where once I get to the point where I unconditionally love you, that I mean that. There is not a condition in this world where I cannot love you. And to this day, I don't hate him. You know what I mean? I can't hate him. And I prayed to Allah one day. I was like, look, if this is the man that I'm going to marry, help me bring him to you. And I was like, look, Allah, this man, my ex, he wasn't a very wise individual. He was old, I think like a year older than me. He was past the age of a child. He was intelligent enough to stay alive, essentially. But in terms of wisdom, guidance, intelligence past basic human necessity, he lacked that. And good little nerd. He was a gamer, you know. but good little nerd, but not the smartest. I would consider him a geek because he wasn't, no, a dork. I would consider him a dork because he was very weird, but not very wise. But I got him to pray. I was like, look, Allah, I want him to talk to you. I think that he doesn't have a father. My dad is just died, so it's like I need to see that this man can be guided. I need to see that this man can submit to a God because he wasn't reared in his upbringing. And I got him to pray. This man was so, I don't believe in anything. I'm not a religious person. I grew up in this house. So he wasn't really into that, especially with his experience going to church with his very close-minded, spiritually low family. So it's like, for me to get him to pray to my ideologies, to get him to be like, yeah, I talked to God. I surrendered my problems to God, because it's very prideful. There's this one thing in the Quran that really sticks out to me, because I think that I even get myself caught up in this. It is very prideful to not follow God. And it is very submissive to be like, I can't handle my problems. I can't handle my emotions and I need help. I need to talk to the universe. I need to bow my head and pray. I need to worship. We don't think about how submissive that is. And he was not trying to submit. And my influence got him to that point after I asked God, hey, bro, if you can get this nigga, that means we got this nigga. You know what I mean? But after that, it was like our relationship only went downhill. I feel like God drove us apart because I put so much effort into that relationship. And at the end of it, I asked him, like, what could I have done better? Like, legit, like, what the fuck? Like, you literally, how we were, we got a house together in the Upper East Side of a suburb in Las Vegas, which to me is the beginning of a theme song to what? A family sitcom. So we played Jeffersons and I got recasted. Not a white woman. So it's like, I did all I could. And our biggest struggle in our relationship was he couldn't give me the bare minimum. Like, he could not compliment me for shit. He could not say one nice thing to me. He could not give me a kiss in the morning. We slept together in the same bed. You just put your tongue in places that I don't want to speak about on the internet. You can't in the morning roll over and put your lips on the same place you just had your tongue up my ass. Are we gonna do that? Are we for real? So like, at what point am I so lustable but not lovable? Because that's where kind of like it my abandonment issues in my relationship makes it look like I need a kiss in the morning. I don't want to harp on you. I don't want to obsess over you. I don't want to question whether or not you love me. I just want a kiss in the morning to feel secure. All I need. I don't care if I don't see you for 3 years after that, but when you do sleep your head next to mine, roll over, kiss the forehead before you go. He couldn't do that. Could not do that. Got a house with me and was like, you know what, bro? After all the shit that I put up with, I can't put up with this. Fuck your kiss good morning. You should actually, matter of fact, we shouldn't even live in the same zip code. Goodbye. So I left, gave up my apartment that I had by myself for him to not even last 2 months. We didn't even get to pay rent twice before I was recasted. Other video. I'm just kind of explaining the context needed. So I have a lot of abandonment issues. Got a house together, abandoned me in that house. And I say abandoned because like I literally gave up everything I had. And I was like, hey, bro. And I even told him, like, hey, bro, before we move in, I want to let you know that this is more than a relationship to me. Like, this is, once we make this step, you are now my family. I told him those exact words. You are now my family. And he said, bet. I'm going to have a family for about a month and a half, Bookie. But that's okay. She'll get to know about that later. So Yeah. Digressing. This relationship for me was a lot different from any other one. He's like an ex that I cannot shake off of my mind. And again, I don't really do tarot like that. I mean, I like to get my readings read. I used to have a deck because I thought, like, if I just channel Allah's energy, I'm getting Allah's prophecy. But it made me, it was really not fueling my overthinking. And it was, if anything, the truth comes to us all on our time and our turn. Sometimes you got to let it happen in your time and your turn. God always gives me information at the right time. That before I got into tarot, after I got into tarot, is my messenger. He's my messenger. We chat. And I think tarot is a way for me to separate, like, okay, am I overthinking? Am I being in my head? Am I being self-absorbed? Or is this what the universe is picking up? So I think that I need to trust my better judgment and not try to lean on deciphering all these messages. Dog, God is not going to give you a message. He's going to give you the truth. But digressing. So let's talk about the dreams. We talked about the connection and what I think it means and all that. Let's talk about the dreams. Or sorry, talk about the tarot. Before I started having these dreams, I started getting all these tarot readings telling me all these things about him. And it was always towards him and this energy. Because I assigned a number. I was like, Allah, if you're going to send me a message through like social media or anything like that, because I kept on getting these videos and it kept on being weird. I was like, I need you to give me 3 8s. If there's 3 8s in that post, I'm watching it. And he'd always give me the same people. It wasn't, these aren't people that I followed before. I wasn't looking up tarot readings before, but these two, one of them was Arabic. And I've always said that I want my husband to be an Arabic man because separate story. The original people. Anyways, he gave me an Arabic man and he gave me this Hispanic cowboy. He was a little fruity. I don't know if he's gay. But Arabic man was telling me, girl, you deserve better. Focus on your career. He's still thinking about you, but focus on your career. Focus on your career, focus on your career. And like a lot of my depression right now is because I feel so stagnant. I feel like I'm not doing enough, but I'm doing way too much at the same time. Bitch, I was just in a Grammy commercial and I feel like I'm not doing enough. I work a great job in this economy. Not doing enough? Question mark. Do better. So it's like with my depression, I feel like I've been putting a back burner on my career. I feel like I've been taking a lot of steps back in my own progress because of my mental health. And the universe is like, you're dumb. The Vishan before this man will get her heart broken and then fuel her career, would do more, try to outshine. Now you're heartbroken and you're waiting for him to come back. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? You better be unemployed if you don't wake up. And so I woke up, started focusing more on my career, and then I got a lot of reassurance. Again, I wouldn't follow these people. I wouldn't like they post on purpose, purposely not engaging, so I purposely don't get these people to show up again. It's like 10, 20-minute readings. So it's like, girl, I don't want to read this shit, especially if I don't really believe in it like that. And it was like, you're doing great. You're doing what I told you. You're focusing on your career. I hate nosy ass niggas. I have these roommates. I'm in the parking lot. I'm natural light, and these people live in the townhouse, like a little street. They're looking up and like, what she did? Bitch, what you doing? Look at the car. Fuck you talking about? Stop looking at me. Focus on your day. It is Sunday. You're going up the Jeep to go do some shit. You got a little camp shop. Go do you. Let me do me. Goddamn it. Anyways, sorry, I hate people who are irrational, not irrational, nosy for shit that's not entertaining. What is me having my window open and recording video entertaining for you? Bitch, go do your offering. Sometimes I need to calm down. But yeah, um, sorry, I kept getting the reassurance like you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing. My dad is dead, and I believe that he's watching over me, and I would get a lot of like your father or your this masculine energy is watching you in approval. So shit like that. Shit that's in the back of my brain that I haven't even said out loud is coming to fruition in these readings that I'm not engaging with, that just keep on popping up in my life. Got that. So this is where bringing the tarot readings into my prayer started happening. So I'm like, Allah. Every time I opened up my app, you were giving me video after video after video after video after video after video after video. All these videos are like 3 months ago from this person, 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago. These past 10-minute readings that are like tailoring to my life. I don't believe in this. I want a sign from you. And I pray to Allah, like, I need a sign from you. I want to hear your words. I want to hear your truth. And I was like, Allah, I'm not gonna block my blessings either, because everything happens for a reason. So I'm like, look, I'm only going to listen to shit that has triple eights in them. And the triple eights, every single tarot reading video I have in the likes, the shares, and the comments, 888, either could be 138, 1708, 88. I'm gonna get those 3 8s. Sometimes it'll be 4. Sometimes when it's really hitting, like that should be really about my life. And like they'll sometimes put like, I'm thinking about this song or these initials. It'll have his initial, his zodiac sign, a little tidbit about a relationship, a song we just listened to, and then 8. I'll go in the comment section, 8 likes on this comment. This user has 8 in their profile. It's just 8. And I'm like, okay. And that's when it was, they tried to replace you. They're messing with someone else. They're repeating a cycle. They're miserable without you. Blase, blase, yada, yada. They're trying to build a life within your preferences without you, because they want the life that you promised them without you in it. And they're having a lot of trouble because they can't replace something genuine with something that's not genuine. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. I miss him so much. I started sending him text messages. They started delivering. These text messages were, send this TikTok to someone you think is lame. And I was like, fuck it, this is a great opportunity. I sent it to him thinking I'm still blocked. Went right through. I send him voicemails all the time talking about I'm over you, yada, yada, yada. There was an Arabic man that tried to marry me. And I freaked out. Didn't work because he wasn't trying to pay me the amount of money I wanted, and like he was a virgin with a small penis. I was like, it was a lot of having to settle, and I just don't want to settle for that right now. I'm young, like I can find better later. I will settle when I'm 30 and I haven't found nothing near what I wanted. I'll maybe settle then, but I'm in my 20s, babe. Can you spell 20s with settle? No, you can't. But digress. The first person I called was him. I left him a voicemail saying, "Look, I'm scared. I don't have any family. I don't have no one to tell me this is a good or bad decision. Help me." And after I sent that, I was like, "Wait, I have God. I'll pray." Pray didn't work out. Great. That's the last time that I've ever reached out to him. His blocked voicemail inbox. I'm about to get married. And then I stalked his social media after that, because after me not getting married, I was just like, I wonder what he's doing. Everything that I asked him to do within our relationship, everything that I was doing by myself that he wasn't supportive towards, he's doing. And like he posts photo dumps. He eats the same meal that I made for him, the same bullshit. He eats it every day. Not progressing, not eating more of my dishes, just that meal. It was the last meal he ever made me. And that's all he eats. And he looks like he has a very manic smile on his face, like I'm happy, I swear I'm happy. So it's like, he looks happy. Maybe the tarot readings are wrong. Oh, was that my replace? Oh. I'm not going to comment on the replacement's looks. The replacement has nothing to do with me. Me and her have no problem. That's that on that. So my phone's about to die. I got to plug it in. So I got to change my whole microphone situation. Give me a second. Testing, 1, 2, 3. That's all I will share about that situation. Let's get into the dreams. So I started praying to Allah, like, give me signs. Give me your signs. I don't want the tarot. I want to speak to you directly. And lexapro gives me really good dreams. I've been on lexapro since the end of our relationship, like April, May. We're currently in November, December. So I've been on it for a while. I love her. I love lexapro. Please don't take my lexapro away from me. It is mine. But Lexi over here, she's been giving me some really, really weird dreams. And I'm like, what's going on here? So I ask Allah. I got a really weird dream before I started praying to Allah to visit me in my dreams. I had this really weird dream where it was like my mom and my dad and people from high school. So I was like, look, what was that? God, I did pray. So I was like, Allah, I need signs. I need to know what's going on. And I missed him so much. And I only live a block away from this man. He lives on American Pacific and Stephanie and Henderson. Yes, that was our house. American Pacific and Stephanie and Henderson, 1616 Coyote Run Drive. That was my last residence. I don't know who lives there now. I'm not doxing him. I'm doxing my last residence, 1616 Coyote Run Drive in Henderson, Nevada, 80914. But that's just a previous address of mine. I don't know who resides there currently. I know there's a lease on there till February with my name on it, but I don't know. If you want to visit 1616 Coyote Run Drive in Henderson, Nevada, 89014, that's up to you in your own will. But I live very close to that. I live right next to the Winco. So it's like, I'm legit 0.2 miles away from you. I'm not crazy, but I'm a yearner. You don't know how much I want to show up to that man's house with a boombox talking about, I miss you, come back. No. Why would I do that? Just to be on my ass and homeless a couple months later? Fuck that. Not again. I think I did go to his house once, and I dropped off a Valentine's Day card with the Costco card and the house keys in it. Put it back on I put it next to his car because I didn't want him accusing me of vandalism. So I put it next to his car under a little rock. And after that, I've been getting signs that he's happy and I should move on. Fast forward, dreams. So I'm like, Allah, I need you to take over these dreams, man. I need you to speak to me. Please speak to me. And that's the beginning of this whole thing. So in the beginning of my dream, I lived in like this really weird apartment that kept on changing. It was like an AI built apartment behind the school. And I'd always go to the school and always visit the school. And every time I would go, I would be either on the wrong schedule. I was looking for a class that didn't exist. I was spending the entire day. It was like the first day of school every single day for me. And I just couldn't find my own place. And I'd always go take these buses that would take me out of town. And I started to get a real mapping of the town. Like every single day, I'm in the same town, going to the same school, coming from the same apartment. And then one day, I am like, I miss Elijah his name's Elijah. I miss Elijah so much, like I'm gonna go try and find him. And I try to go find him, I try to go back home. This whole dream was about going back home. And I end up going back to our house and I see that he's much older. I'm still the same age and appearance. And he's with a white woman. And I'm like, oh, how I'll find this out? I go to our house. I go to this house. I walk in and there's like a bunch of people in there. Like, you don't belong here. We moved you out. You're clean out of here. Like, this is not your house anymore. Like a bunch of pirates, kind of like, this is our house. This is our boat. And I'm like, okay, like, well, get the owner of the house because I want to talk to them. Get me the owner of the fucking house. I already know who I'm talking about. I'm saying, when I say get the owner, I'm saying Elijah. But they bring me to Elijah's wife. And she's like, I want to know everything. I want to hear your side of the story. And she sat me down at a table in their bedroom. And I'm in the middle. Elijah's here. His girlfriend's here. Or wife, whatever. She's here. And I'm like, I will tell you everything. But I don't think he should be here. And me and him get into it. Was like, I should be here. I shouldn't be here. And I was like, all right, I don't hear a fucking word from you. I'm going to say my side of the story because you've already given her your whole relationship to spread your narrative about me. That's why your whole fucking pirate crew was out there trying to kill me. I was like, all right, fair. So I start with the very first thing that he ever did to me, which was literally ghost me during my dad's funeral. And as soon as I say that, that man gets up and he leaves. And she's kind of like, what happened? And so after that dream, I wake up really weird, whatever the fuck. Dreams are dreams, right? Well, second dream. Instead of me hunting for her, she was looking for me. She's like, where you at, girl? The whole city was looking for me. And she was inviting me to like their home again. And I'm guessing this was like, he's about to have a kid together with her. They're about to get married. Something. She was about to make a really big commitment with him, and she wanted to talk to me first. So she invites me to the same house, and he's not really there. They planned it to where he wouldn't be there. Like, she invited me to sleep over for a few days, and he wasn't there. When I got there, he wasn't there. I was trying to do laundry. I saw him in the living room. He immediately was like, walked away, and I wasn't chasing after him. It was very much so a mutual stay the fuck away from me and I'll stay the fuck away from you type shit. So I'm talking to the wife. I'm getting to talk to the wife. She's like, well, I'm busy. How about you go explore the town? I was like, okay. So they give me a spare car, because I guess like they're filthy rich too. Give me a spare car to go explore the town, and I run into him. If you're from Vegas, Town Square, kind of like near Bath and Body Works, Town Square. And I run into him there, but he's like going into a cafe. His car is still on, and he has like a phone call and his AirPods that are still connected to the car. So I'm like, this is my chance. I'm gonna go inside. So I go inside the car and I'm listening to it, and he's cheating on the girlfriend that invited me over with another woman, and that he's talking to the other woman about me. And so I'm like, gee, what's going on? And I'm trying to look like through the console to see like the name, and I found the name. It's another white woman. Found the name, and I was trying to like, Stephanie. Ooh, the girl's name's not Stephanie. Okay. And so it hangs up. I accidentally hang up the call, and he's coming out the cafe to see what's wrong, because like, why would his car hang up his phone? So he comes out. I immediately get out the car, and I see we're about to walk past each other, because he's coming out the cafe. I'm getting out of his car, about to walk past each other. I see him, he sees me. We're trying so hard to not acknowledge each other. So I walk this way, and kind of like an idle character in like a really underdeveloped game. My lips are chapped. I brushed my teeth, but I didn't like put any chapstick on. Give me a second. So I kind of like an idle character in like a really old game. I'm kind of just like bouncing and idling there. He walked hella extra just to not avoid. It was like a very mutual, I'm trying to avoid you. However, when we passed each other, it started to feel like, you're not a dream person. You are not dreaming. Are you dreaming with me, bro? Like, are you also having this dream? Like, it felt like he was the only conscious person with me in the dreams. That's when that feeling started, when we passed each other at our like mock town square. Like, I shrugged that feeling off, because I'm like, okay, maybe because your brain manifested this person, maybe you wanted to dream about this person, maybe because you know this person so well, they feel more real in your dreams. I just dismissed it. Then the second dream came. I was again in my high school, or like at a school, and we were hanging out on our bikes at one of their houses right after school, and this garage door comes up, and everyone's like, oh, that's Elijah's house. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even know, like, why did you guys invite me here if Elijah lives here? They're like, oh, just we didn't know. I'm like, okay, whatever. So the garage opens, and it's a two-car garage. There's two cars in it. They're both family cars, like sedans. And they have bumper stickers on them with like baby and board, or just married, like a bunch of them, like a bunch of baby marriage, all over the cars. And so I'm like, word of the bird. Okay. Well, maybe he's in our home. Maybe that's me, my brain telling me, hey, she went on and she went through with her decision. The girlfriend that I saw in these two dreams at the same house, and one of them I surprised her, one of them she invited me to hear the whole story. Now she decided after hearing me, she wanted to move on. I'm thinking that's a great arc in my story. Time to wake up. Time to wake up in my dream, right? No. As soon as the car garage goes down and I look, I see like a shadow move, turn around, move back to that garage door button, close the garage. They don't go anywhere. Okay, whatever, fine. Wake up again. Go back to sleep. Now I have a dream where it starts off with me at work, at my actual job. It's like the office, everything. I think the only thing that's off is the seating arrangements of the desks. So I'm at work, and one of my coworkers gives me this fat, long pen to hit. And I'm talking to my manager super fucking high in my dream. And I leave the pen on her desk. And she's like, Bashan, you forgot something? I'm gonna go to bed. She's like, is that yours? I'm like, no, it's not mine. It's not mine. Someone else's. She's like, who? I was like, I can't. I'm not telling you that. I swear to God, I'm not telling you that. And I was like, I'll give it back to them. I won't do it again. She's like, girl, you smell like weed every single day. We look past it when you smell like weed every single day. I can't look past you accidentally leaving contraband on my desk. I'm like, girl, you're my best friend at work. Like, stop. Like, you know I come to work every day high as hell. My numbers are the highest on the team. God damn it, my stats be smoking weed with me. That's why they so high. And so I give the pen back to the person. Like, I'm even telling her, like, the pen, who the pen belongs to, you do not want this person outed like that. Like, just let me give them back the pen and be cool. So, all right. And so she's like, you going, like, I looked out for you, gonna look out for me. I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. So I look out for her. I walk her to her car, essentially. It's her red car. This is her car. She's like, hey, man, you got somewhere to go? And I was like, honestly, I want to go home. And she drove me to that same house. What's standing out to me about this is it's the same house. It's the same house. I see the same people. Dream isn't changing. The plot is changing. Set is the same. Scary. So she's like, you got somewhere? I'm like, oh, just take me home. She takes me to to Elijah's home. And she's like, you have something to do here. Go do it. Like, I already helped you out with the pen situation. You can't escape this. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. And so I go into the house. She's like, you need to go in there. You need to do what you got to do. I'm like, all right, cool. My mother. The reason why I have so many abandonment issues. She comes in there. She's like, we gonna have to destroy this house. I'm like, no. Like, he had, in this dream, I gave the house context where it's like a very nice family from the Midwest live here and they're super sweet. They care about Elijah so much. I think there's like his parents, but the parents are white. Like, the parents are white people from literal Minnesota. I talk like this. Oh, Elijah Bear, are you hungry? I can go in the kitchen and cook you up some supper. Type. I'm like, no, I love Jan. I don't want to hurt Jan's house. It's still Jan's house. And my mom's like, fuck Jan. That man hurt you. Their son hurt you. You need to teach all three of them a lesson. So we wait for all of them to leave. Go in the house. My mom appears. And they're ransacking the house. My mom is in real life, and not a dream, in real life, she is an insurance fraud specialist. That's not her job, it's her side hustle. This woman in every line of insurance has committed insurance fraud. I'm pretty sure once pet insurance gets out there and big, she will get a dog just to scam the fuck out of them. I'm sure of it. That is who my mom is. So she's doing her stereotypical ransacking the house, damaging it, making it look like a hate crime so they can still collect insurance money and not really come after us legally. Because if you go through your insurance, you can't legally sue anybody. So she's doing that on her end. I go up to the rooms and I go into what I assume was the parents' room. I didn't do anything in there, and I go to his room. And his room has a lot of my stuff. Now, this is stuff that I actually own in the real world. Shoes I bought within a relationship. clothes I got in our relationship, clothes I had long before him. I'm starting to see things from my childhood that I don't even own anymore. Pictures that I don't have pictures of, all this shit. And I'm trying to take it, and I'm trying to be fast. And his neighbors, who had a dream about him fighting with his neighbors, like I'm just kind of giving the big ones, the big dreams, but this has been months upon months upon months of dreaming of this man trying and yearning for my attention without coming forward. Like, it's like, yeah. So his neighbors come home, and I'm like kind of scared. I'm like, fuck, okay, it's fine. It's just his neighbors. I have to hurry up. And I realized, like, I can't carry everything as a burglar. I need a car. I got a big car. So I don't have a big car. So I'm just trying to carry as much as I can out, and I'm trying to run out of the house. And as soon as I cross the lawn with all my things, signifying that, you know, all of my baggage is out of his house, I wake up. I cannot leave. I cannot take any of this stuff out of this house. And while I was packing, towards the end of my dream, while I was packing and trying to leave, he, for some weird reason, a flashback of whatever you leave or left will be thrown away. Whatever you leave or left will be thrown away. Like, he on his side is telling me whatever is staying here will be discarded. So I'm trying to take all of my energy. Wow. I'm trying to take all of my stuff with me out of this house. And I can't, because despite him wanting me to, despite me needing to, despite me there to do it, it is physically impossible in this dream for me to cross that fucking door with my things. You already have a wife. Why can't I grab my things? Now, this dream happened today, but this is the last dream I had before I realized, okay, I'm done sleeping. The dream before that was a lot shorter and a lot more confusing. The same house. Like, I cannot stress to you the consistency of the setting in this dream. It doesn't look like Las Vegas. Only part that looked like, okay, I probably got that from, you know, just being there too much, was the scene from Town Square. And that was the beginning. And the house doesn't look like the house that we had together. It looks like a family house. Truthfully, it looks like one of those houses you would have in like the early 2000s, like a Tuscany type house, tan on the outside type, you know what I mean? So at the same house, now again, my dad has been dead for a few years now. Oh, that hurt my heart to say. So Peepaw's passed, and Elijah has disrespected the death of my father 3 times. I will go into those 3 separate times later, but to sum it all up, he told me in my dead-ass face, I cannot be there for you for the death of your father because I don't know how to. My dad left me. Like, I never even had a dad. I don't know what it means to lose a dad. Have you ever lost a video game, a goldfish, a test? You ever just had a bad day? Huh? Fuck. And like, he was disabled. In real life, he was disabled. Like, he had a cataract in his eye. And so he would be like, no one understands me. No one ever tries to understand or empathy for my disability. And I tried everything. Everything. When I say everything, I did. I went on a fucking date with him with an eye patch on in public for the stares and the social abnormality. And I tried to play video games to test my coordination. I did everything for this man. Anyone who ever has known me since I was a child knows how obsessive and affectionate I am. I did everything. So, with this dream, with my dad, with everything, he wasn't there for me at all. And with a relationship that was again, bare minimum. He could not give me the bare minimum. Empathy, compliment, anything. Bare minimum. Couldn't do it. So, in the dream, we go to my dad's gravesite, and he digs him up. He digs my dad's body up. My dad was buried nude, because it costs $15,000 to bury them. If you want them to wear clothes and have an open casket and you want to have a service at the gravesite, it's $20,000. I was the only paid check out, so he got the 50. Sorry, it was either that or $800 urn, and he did not want to be burned, so he got what he got. And shit, I wouldn't be naked. Your body's decomposing. When I'm bloated, I don't want clothes touching me. I'm currently naked right now. I'm just wearing the jacket for formalities. I'm ass naked. You know what? I'm just like you, Pops. You know what I mean? I just don't want to flash on my goodies online yet. I'm not getting paid enough. But me and you, Dad, we the same. We are the same, or we are the same. So, yeah, he digs up my dad and then brings him to the house. This is the same house from all the dreams. This is the same house from all of the dreams. What house is this? The same one. The same one. This one curl is bothering me. Like, can you get with the program? You did. Actually, you didn't. There you go. But yeah, so it dug up my dad and was dragging him around the house. Elijah was, not me. And as he's dragging my dad's lifeless body around, he's still dead. And even in my dreams, this man is still dead. That's sad. So he's dead, and he drags him to the porch so we can smoke a blunt together. And it was like I forgot the entire dream, but I'll never forget this scene. Like, you know, in certain homes, especially in California, they have pillars next to the door. It's like one giant tan pillar, and then you have a little porch in the door. So he sat my dad like on the pillar, and he's on the floor. So he's like, oh, this on the pillar. And the look on his face was so disgusted. It was almost like, not only do you need to let me go, you need to let the concept of me go, and that's along with this man. I haven't had anyone aid me through the loss of my dad. Me and him were dating for a whole year, got a house together. Wouldn't even sit with me at my dad's grave. Every time I talk about it, I remember one time he was like, every time we smoke, you get so negative and you just want to talk about your dad and you want to cry. Like, it's not a good high for me. Okay. My best friend from high school, if you talk about your dad like this and it just makes you cry, just stop talking about him. Like, no one wants to see you cry. Dead ass. Okay? A woman. I was talking to a woman. This is an ex of mine who paid me to date her and still cheated on me. So I was like, well, if you're going to dehumanize me, I'll dehumanize you. Gave her a second chance. I was like, my dad just died. We slept together a few times. We were rolling up. I was having a very banter-like conversation about not putting tobacco in your blunts. She was like, well, your dad died of addiction. I was like, my dad died of kidney failure. My dad technically died of a heart attack. What the fuck are you talking about? So that conversation ended with her leaving my house shouting, Vashon's dad, can you hear me from beyond the grave? Only person that gave me a petal, a flower, was someone, he was a friend of mine. He was in a polyamorous relationship with me and his girlfriend at one point. I didn't like them romantically, so I ended up being just friends with the dude. Just friends. We never had sex after that, so just friends. He came over to my house for a photo shoot because I was redoing my headshots literally the same day my dad flatlined in the hospital. So I kind of bugged you, dog. He came by with flowers he stole from his girlfriend. Well, not stole. He gave them to his girlfriend a few days ago. It didn't die yet. Gave them to me, which very disrespectful. And when I realized like this wasn't a, hey, can you fuck me out of my depression? It was a, hey, I need you as a friend. He wasn't going for that friend shit. So he didn't help me. I had a few friends, but well, okay, I had one friend that genuinely helped me. Her name was Kira White. Go look KJ Creations. Go look up her music. Go stream her music. She was a part of the Chicago drum team. She was the only woman on the Chicago drum team. Go check out my girl KJ Creations. That's my whole bitch. My first year without my dad, I spent all the holidays with her family. She's the coolest, raddest person that I know, and I'm so upset that she's no longer living in town. But she lives in Chicago. She does a lot of studio stuff out there, like dance studio stuff out there. She's a killer on the fucking drums, killer musician, great chick. She was the only one there for me, and her being there for me was like, let's get drunk, let's hang out, let's go out. And if I wasn't fucking her, because I only ate her out once, if she wasn't getting no coochie from me, she gonna find some coochie at the end of the day. I remember we went out to a club. I came back fucked up. I don't know how, but I remember being at the club and waking up in her bed, and she wasn't there. This girl was hunching in the next room. Yes. And like, I didn't want to interrupt, so I just left. But that's one thing that girl's gonna do. She's gonna turn up and she's gonna fuck. If it's not you, it's somebody else. Respect. She was like my Natalie. No, she's not even Natalie. She was my Jocelyn. Welcome to Vegas, baby. But yeah, she was my it girl for when my dad passed. Not my it girl. She was my turn girl. She made me feel like an it girl. She's my turn girl. Love her. Love. Nothing but love for her. But for someone to sit there and be vulnerable with, like, yeah, I just lost my dad, I need a hug. Yeah, I just lost my dad, I want to talk about it. Yeah, I just lost my dad, I want comfort. Yeah, I lost my dad, can you go to the grave with me and like sit and cry and not just stare at me in judgment? Haven't had it yet. Have not had it yet. I haven't even had a spouse, a candidate for a spouse. Every man that talks to me knowing that my dad has died either throws it at me as an insult when they won't get any type of sexual favor from me, thinks that I am weaker and easier to sleep with because of it, or will try to emotionally finagle their way into my life via my dad's death. I've had one man say, I'm your daddy now. Pardon? Nigga, you're no. Did that man ever get laid? Did that man ever get his dick wet? No. Now, it's not just dreams either. Now, he was a very particular man, and I'm a very attentive lover. Best combination. I love having a very particular person to love because that gives me opportunity to show them how subservient I could be. That's why I like autistic men. So easy, fun, and elaborate to please a special person. Love the mentally weird. But he was mentally weird, and I tried very hard to feed into every weirdness of him to a point where I know what his weirdness feels like, tastes like, and I know all the sensory to it. And recently, as of a few months, now again, I was in love with this man. It took me a very long time to get over him, blase, yada, yada. Would I masturbate to our past sexual experiences? Yes and no. Like, I would masturbate to, like, the idea of him sucking dick because, like, he had really good cheekbones. And I've always told him, like, I really want to see you suck dick. And, like, I would fantasize about him being gay after our relationship. I'm like, that shit kind of hot. But never, like, in a missing way. It's more of, like, I wonder if that nigga's sucking dick now. And I think he is. But it's not my business anymore. But I wasn't that, right? I wasn't that emotionally hung. I was actually getting better. I was going back to the gym more consistently. I was not spending my entire off days in bed crying. You know, I was getting better. I'm at work. Now, I work in the mornings. He is retired and unemployed. He usually sleeps until around 10 o'clock. His masturbation schedule is before he goes to sleep, when he wakes up, after he gets out of bed for a little bit, goes back into bed, play video games, he's going to masturbate again. So I know the times. And around the time where he's, it's 10 o'clock, that means my probably jacking off, I would get these very vivid and very unwanted sexual flashbacks, and it wasn't prompted in any way. I'm at work. I'm doing insurance. I'm talking about cars. Ain't nothing here about this man make me think about him. Why am I thinking about me being pinned down by him? It's not thinking of him doing stuff to me. It's me recalling vividly and intrusively about him doing stuff to me. You know what I mean? Like, usually when you're thinking about your ex or a fantasy, you're thinking about the shit you'd be receiving. Or, oh, what am I going to do to you? It's going to feel so good. You wouldn't think about the way they balls hit. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't thinking about their genitalia. You're thinking about your own. And it would be kind of like having these sexual flashbacks within his perspective. And I'm not trying to think about that. I'm at work. I can't masturbate right now. I don't want to masturbate right now. I don't masturbate to this man. So what am I getting this for? And then I started getting, like, I'll be making my coffee, I'll be cooking food, listening to music, watching a video. I would pause what I'm doing to relive an argument through their perspective. An argument I was right in. An argument where, like if I were to go on Reddit and I were to say, am I the asshole? I would be right. But I would get these, but what if this? What if that? What if you need to consider my feelings? Like comebacks and justifications from his perspective on little tiny, not even the big ones, arguments about bullshit through his perspective. And then the bigger ones, I would cry myself to sleep. I would get like uncontrollable doubts of depression because he did something so horrible to me. And even though I've already emotionally handled that, I'm thinking about it now as in, that man went to that point. That man did that to another human being. And that man feels so much shame. Isn't it a pity how much shame he feels? Like, I don't even feel that way. That man deserves to feel all the pain, pity, and bitchness he deserves to feel. That man is a bitch and should die a bitch. Bitch ass nigga. But in those moments, I'm like, he's a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't want to feel the way. I don't feel that way towards you. Like, even after that 20 minutes of that wave of past on me, bitch, fuck you still. I remember that. Fuck you still. Type shit. Like, I still don't feel any different about the small arguments. I still don't feel any different about the outcome of our relationship. He ruined something great for himself. Why am I feeling that through his perspective now? And now, of all times, I was boohooing, got all my boohoo out, and got better. I'm getting better. Why, when I get better, am I feeling all this pity, woe is me, from him? Why am I dreaming about him trying so hard to let me go, but at the end of the day can't let me leave? What is going on here? What is going on here? And like, me personally, if someone were to ask, would you want him back? Would you take him back? I would need a couple $1,000s, not a couple, $12,000. And I'm so serious. I am so fucking serious. I'm not even in that much debt anymore. I think I'm down to 9. All praise to Allah, inshallah, I'm down to 9. Fuck that, nigga. If you want me to be back with you, you don't have to buy my fucking hand, not in marriage, in time. You want to hold my hand throughout this goddamn life, bitch? Pay me. The fuck? Oh. Because I already gave up my life to building with you, and that shit crumbled within 60 days. No, I couldn't take that man back with a good conversation. I would need financial compensation, dog. I was on my ass for a week because of this bitch. No, I'm not taking that back. Can I move forward? No, I can't. I cannot. I've been on so many dates. I think I've had sex with one man. And that was like at the beginning of my breakup situation. And he wanted a relationship from me. I wasn't just sleeping around. He wanted a relationship from me. I didn't take him that seriously. I cut it off there. We're good friends now. I've been on a lot of dates. An Arabic man tried to marry me. A UK man tried to marry me, actually. Almost got married twice after breaking up with him. Again, they don't want to pay, or they have a really tiny penis, or it's for a green card, but I also want you to give me kids, and I also want you to meet my family and like be my wife for the rest of my life, but I don't want to pay you that amount. I just want to pay the green card amount. My thing is, no, bitch. Pay a lawyer. If you want to be cheap, go pay a lawyer for immigration and your green card. If you want to my hand in marriage, pay me for that, and you could also get your green card. But yeah, no. So like I'm not just like waiting and holding around and whatever, but spiritually with all these dreams and with how like, cause fate does something weird. Allah has its clutches on me. Sorry, I got an email about an audition, but let's wrap this up. At the end of the day, I deserve better. I want better. I need better. The universe is telling me that. And the universe is, I'm at a crossroads here, or I'm at a split road here. Continue moving forward, but that's going to be very lonely. I don't see myself. I date to marry. I finished with him. We got a house in the Upper East Side of Henderson, the suburbs. We didn't get an apartment. We got a townhome. We finished. We were endgame. We were there. We're near we're 5 years away from fucking 30 in the suburban. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that because it's literally like that man dangled a family in front of me just to spit in my face. So I'm date to marry, and for someone who was so close to the end of dating to marry and getting married, I can't start over with somebody else. Start over? Somebody else? No. And like I'm saving a lot of things for marriage that I didn't save for him. I was like, well, I'm gonna marry you anyway. All praises to Allah. So it's like, let's just do it now because you want it now and I want to satisfy you. Fuck my priorities. Fuck my sanctity. Fuck my me. I want to please you. And that I did very well. And when we broke up, like he said, there's not, honestly, you were a perfect girlfriend. It's just, I don't even know what it was. I couldn't even tell you. I remember that conversation of, can I do better? What can I do better? What didn't I do? And just saying, no, you were great. It was like I realized, oh, you got what you wanted and now you're done. You got what you wanted. There was never an end for me. There was never an end for us. That wasn't what you wanted. You got what you wanted. There's a Brockhampton song that there's a part and it was like, I fell apart the moment that you found yourself, because at that point I couldn't be in the equation anymore. But I had to move on with open, broken hearts, something to start moving forward. And I'll end it on that. I have to move on with open, broken hearts, something, and start moving forward. But I've been moving fucking forward. That man needs to move fucking forward. Goodbye.
Let me know your opinion down below if I should get some more lexapro, or is this man just really tweaking on me?